The evil king, he sent everyone flying with just one hand movement, a single casual wave. It was absolute chaos. Suddenly, a lady in brilliant white and blue armor slammed her hand on the ground. A massive blast of ice shot out, freezing the entire floor in an instant. It was incredible, but also terrifying. The ice then crawled up her own legs, forming these intricate boot-like structures, so she could grip the frozen ground. She locked eyes on Sinju, who was still sailing through the air, completely helpless. She shot forward, a blur of white and blue against the ice, and leaped for a devastating attack. But just as she was about to connect, a shadow on the ground warped and twisted. Lin, with his spiky hair hidden under his hoodie, erupted from the darkness, his shadow blade already moving. Clang! He deflected her attack just inches from Sinju's head. In that split second, Sinju, still mid-air, did something unexpected. He warped Jake, the little boy with the glasses, right in front of the key, the very thing we were all fighting for. Jake didn't hesitate. He instantly activated his ability. His eyes behind his glasses began to glow with a spiritual, ethereal blue light. And then, he saw it. Suddenly, the entire battlefield was like a chessboard to him. Every move, every thought, every single possible future action from our enemies. He saw it all laid out before him. He saw the king raise his hand. "He's going to..." Jake started to scream a warning. But before he could finish, the air itself became a crushing weight. The pressure was immense, suffocating. Everyone, myself included, was forced down to one knee, groaning under the strain. Everyone except Sinju, who had just reappeared from his warp, still off balance. "Your attempt is futile," the evil king's voice boomed, dripping with ancient anger. "Do you have any idea how many have died trying the very same thing?" Just when we thought all hope was lost, Amira, the little witch girl, began to chant. A gust of wind, warm and full of life, blew over all of us, momentarily lifting the king's suffocating pressure. We all looked over at her, and her hair, it was slowly changing, the black strands turning to a stark, shocking white. "Hey Amira, you okay?" Lin asked, his voice strained. A new voice answered, deeper and resonant, coming from Amira's lips. "I hate being held down." She began to grow, stretching several feet taller right before our eyes. The childish frame was replaced by a powerful, imposing figure. We could all feel it, a new, immense power radiating from her, pushing back against the king's own aura. The king's oppressive power finally lifted completely. Taking the chance, Lin dissolved back into the shadows, repositioning. Sinju had just landed, but he was completely distracted, staring in disbelief at Amira's transformation. What happened to... He couldn't even finish his sentence. The lady with the ice powers was already on him. She struck him with a brutal blow that sent him flying, crashing hard into a wall. Before he could even recover, she slammed her hand down again, and thick ice instantly shot out, encasing his legs, freezing him to the wall. He was trapped. She looked at him, a cold smirk on her face. "Can you feel that? The cold? That's the feeling of despair." We were all frozen, watching in horror. What could we possibly do now?